Hi loves. So I tweeted out about this and a lot of you, most of you I would say, tweeted back saying,
"What on earth are you talking about?"
And I thought maybe I should just make a video on it and talk about it, because not only do I feel like, yes, it's like a current event and it's something that if you don't know about it, maybe you should in case you were looking to purchase from Lilly Pulitzer in the future. If you're like me and you already own a lot of items from the brand, which is so disappointing. Just in case you wanted to know about it, but also because I feel like I'm not really in this video going to be attacking Lilly Pulitzer, because I still don't 100% know what this situation was about. I don't know that it's really a reflection on them as a brand, but I feel like the way that they handled it kind of is. So yes, if you love Lilly, if you're like, no, still love Lilly, nothing changes, I completely feel you. So I'm going to be looking down at my phone for a moment or two here, just because I am reading off of an article about this and I want to make sure I don't get any information wrong and that I don't say anything incorrectly, because the last thing I want to do is start drama or start rumors about this that are not true. New York Magazine actually published several photos from inside of the Lilly Pulitzer headquarters, and there was one photo in particular that really sparked outrage. There was an unnamed, unphotographed employee of Lilly Pulitzer who had decorated her office, and it is not said whether or not she still works for the company or not. She'd hung photos in her office that could be considered as fat shaming. One of them had the caption, "Just another day of fat, white, and hideous. You should probably just kill yourself." This was next to a drawing of an overweight woman. There was another one directly below that of another overweight woman, and it said, "Put it down, carb face." And then the photo to the left of all of this said, "I'm just saying." So people were pissed. And I believe rightfully so. I actually learned about this through Gabby Fresh, and if you guys do not follow her, she is the queen of everything. And when Gabby tweeted about it, I went and I saw the photos and I was like, oh my god, like I genuinely could not believe that that could have, number one, actually been hung up in their office, and that number two, it was so like off to the side and something they were so not conscious of, like they were not thinking about that it could actually be published in this magazine. You know what I mean? Like, it's a really crappy thing and it's horrible, but I can't believe it was actually published. That it wasn't a thought to them that this could be seen and considered so hurtful and wrong. And I am one of those people who went crazy over the Lilly for Target collection and bought out everything. There are like 3 videos on my channel dedicated to that collection. I did a haul, I did a lookbook, I did a vlog on my second channel. And I was one of those people where I went nuts. I went to like 3 Targets looking for this. And to have something like this turned around and to see that that was in their office was just such a shock to me. And it was so hurtful, and it really made me feel stupid for buying as much as I had and for supporting their company the way that I had. They did release a statement, and their spokeswoman said, "While we are an employer that does encourage people to decorate their own space, we are a female-dominated company, and these images do not reflect our values. We apologize for any harm this may have caused." Okay, so I think that this could have been taken in a million different directions. I was so confident that this was a huge misunderstanding. Here's my real issue with this, because I felt like there were different scenarios before the company came forward with their apology of how this could turn out. Number one was that somebody in their offices, whoever it was genuinely fat shaming. They had hung those photos up either as a joke, for whatever reason. Maybe it had completely slipped past the people that work there. I don't know how many people work in their offices. So it could be like an insane number of people. And the people who are in charge and whatnot and make the big decisions and run the company wouldn't have known. So this was just a singular person, and it wasn't really known by the rest of the company. And the apology that was issued, this is where my real, like, I have such a beef with this company, and I'm so saddened by it. In the apology, it does say that they allow their employees to decorate their offices. But then I keep thinking, what kind of environment are they working in where someone honestly thinks that their cubicle should look like that or should have those sorts of things in there? And that's totally cool. Someone had to have seen that at some point, unless they were hung up the very day that the magazine photos were taken, you know, which is possible, I guess. Someone had to have seen them at some point, some coworker, some person in charge, somebody, and they weren't taken down. And giving Lilly Pulitzer the benefit of the doubt, maybe they had just been hung up that day. Maybe no one saw them at all. The apology states, "We are a female-dominated company, and these images do not reflect our values." Something about the apology in that aspect doesn't feel genuine to me. It doesn't feel completely thought out. It seems sort of lackluster and it seems kind of rushed, and as my husband very eloquently put it when I was reading this to him, because he and I were disgusted that we had like wasted a whole Sunday running around looking for Lily for Target. He said that it seemed very cookie cutter and like recipe written. That of course is just my opinion on the apology. You know, I'm not in the heads of anyone. I don't know how this company is run. I don't know how these people feel. But that just really struck me the wrong way, that all they said was, "These don't reflect our values," and they apologized for any harm that the photos may have created. So if a singular person was fat shaming with the photos hung on the wall, that is one thing, and maybe the company genuinely didn't know, but I think that there's a lot they could have done with their apology. I think that if they had come forward and said, "We do not believe in fat shaming, we do not believe ridiculing anyone's bodies," then I think that maybe it would feel a bit more genuine, but it doesn't. And then the other side of this, and I keep thinking to this because I don't really understand why someone would just have photos like that hung up in their office. It seems so crude and so harsh and negative, and just not like Lily Pulitzer, the brand, kind of gives me a vibe anyways. I keep thinking, what if someone had hung that up in their office? And this makes me feel so horrible. What if someone had hung that up as a memo to themselves? Like, what if the employee felt like that? Just another day of fat, white, and hideous. You should probably just kill yourself. Whoever was in that office, whoever was working for that company, may have been feeling like that in that moment. God, number one, I am giving them nothing but positive thoughts. That whole phrase, when it's taken in the context that maybe the person who made that photo actually was feeling it, because you don't know what actually happened. You don't know if they were fat shaming. You don't know if that person was fat shaming themselves. It just kills me to think that someone could write that about anyone, but seriously, to write that and hang it in your office so you could look at it every single day with those negative thoughts in your head about you, just kills me. It makes me feel so awful. And if that was the case, I think it would be really powerful for not necessarily the employee to step forward, because I know there's a lot of anger towards whoever it is right now, but even for Lily Pulitzer to step forward and maybe set the record straight about what exactly those posters were doing in that person's office. If they were feeling that negative and that horrible towards themselves, it would be so incredibly powerful and such a strong message for Lily Pulitzer to come forward and have this talk and say that they were, bad thoughts from someone who worked there. And for them to even turn it around into encouragement for anyone who might feel the same way right then. And I know that that's a long shot. I know that I probably live in a world full of butterflies and happy thoughts, but I just feel like there was so much room for Lily Pulitzer to grow as a company here. They just had this huge line at Target, and so many of us, straight-sized or plus-size, bought out the collection. For a lot of the plus-size girls, it was crazy. There wasn't a blogger I knew of who wasn't trying to get her paws on it for a post. And I'm sure that they know that. They have to know that their plus-size fan base is so huge. And for them to give such a lackluster and a very vague apology, I just think was the wrong way to go. I don't know what I'll be doing with my Lily for Target items. I don't know what I'm going to be doing with the vintage Lily dress I have in my closet. I'm very disappointed and I'm really saddened by this, and I hope that the company grows from this. I hope that maybe there's more clarification in the coming days on what exactly happened. So maybe the individual is fat shaming. You have to wonder, what kind of environment were they in where that was thought to be acceptable on the walls for other people to see, And then if they were thinking this and they were thinking those horrible thoughts about themselves, why on earth was the record not set straight when all of this came to light? You know what I mean? I don't feel good about this. I feel like there's something sort of weird about this, and I would love to know your thoughts. I hope that you guys enjoyed. It is so freaking late. It's like 11:32 at night, and I have been filming all freaking night on skincare videos and last minute first impressions on some new makeup products that you will see in the coming days, because I am traveling for like the next month. So if I seem a little bit like, I don't know, not completely coherent or a little bit like rushed. It's just because it's been a long day of filming. So I love you guys so much. I will see you super soon in my next video. Please give me a thumbs up, comment any and all of your thoughts down below, and yeah, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!